Good afternoon, dear children. This is your science teacher. Now take out your science textbook and open page number 38. So, dear children, as you know that yesterday we have studied the process of sieving. Now let's start the process of sedimentation, decantation and filtration. So, sometimes it may not be possible to separate components of a mixture by winnowing and hand picking. For example, there may be a lighter impurities like dust or soil particles in rice or pulses. How are such impurities separated from rice or pulses before cooking? So, rice or pulses are usually washed before the cooking. When you add water to this, the impurities like dust particles get separated and these impurities go into the water. Now, what will sink to the bottom of the vessel? So, rice or dust? So, of course, rice will sink at the bottom and while dust will float. So, why? Have you seen that the vessel is tilt to pour out the dirty water? So, why the dust will float on the water? It is obviously because rice is heavier than the dust particle. That's why rice get deposited on the bottom of the flask or bottom of the vessel while the dust get float on the upper side of the water. So for example, if I have given you one glass full of water having dirt in it, okay, what I have just mix the sand inside that glass full of water and just mixed it and I given it to you. So how will you pure that water? How will you filter that water? So what you have to just do, you have to just do the process of sedimentation and decantation. So what you have to just do, you have to just settle that vessel or glass at one place and for the few hours. So after few hours, what you have just seen, you have seen the heavy particles, that is sand, get deposited on the at the bottom of the glass, while the pure and crystal clear water you will find out at the top. Okay, so this is the process of sedimentation. So what is the actual definition of sedimentation? the particles which have ability to settle down get settled at the bottom, while the particles which have lighter in weight, they just float. So when the heavier components in a mixture settles after water is added to it, the process is called as the sedimentation. So when the water along with the dust is removed, the process is called the decantation. You can see. So what we have to just do after settling, what happen, you can say the heavier particle gets settled down at the bottom just like this. Okay, so after that what you have to just do, the upper crystal clear water you have to just pour into the another glass, okay, another empty glass, so that you can get the pure water. So this process is known as the decantation. That means pouring the crystal clear water in another flask is known as the process of decantation. So let us find a few other mixture that can be separated through the sedimentation and decantation. So the same principle is used for separating a mixture of two liquids that do not mix with each other. For example, oil and water. As you know that oil water can't mix with each other. So if a mixture of such liquid is allowed to stand for some time, they form two separate layers. The components that form at the top layer can be separated by the decantation. That means oil will settle at the top of the water because water is heavier than the oil, so that oil is get deposited on the top of that water. So by the process of decantation, you can easily take out that oil. So let us again consider a mixture of solid and liquid. So after preparing tea, what do you just do to remove the tea leaves? So usually we use strainer to remove tea leaves. Okay, so try decantation. Why don't you try decantation? Okay, so it helps a little, but you still get a few leaves in your tea. Okay, so now pour the tea through strainer. So did all the tea leaves remain in the strainer? Yes, the all the tea leaves remain in the strainer. So this process is called as the filtration. Okay, so which method of separating tea leaves from the prepared tea is better, decantation or filtration? That means if you have noticed that process of decantation and the sedimentation is not working, so what you will just do, you will just do the method of filtration. So as I told you that if I have given you the glass full of water having sand in it, so if you do the process of sedimentation and decantation, but still you have found that the water is still contaminated, water is still dirty, so what process you will do at final stage? Yes, you just do the process of filtration, so that you can easily get the pure water. So let us now consider the example of water that we use. Do all of us at all the time get safe water to drink? Sometimes water supplied through the taps may be muddy. Okay, that means mostly in rainy season we get a contaminated water. So the water collected from the ponds or rivers may also be muddy, especially after rains. Let us see if we can use some method of separation to remove insoluble impurities like soil from the water. So dear children, this is it for today's video. In tomorrow's video we will study about the activity 5. So in today's video we have studied the process of sedimentation, decantation and filtration. If you have any problem regarding to these 3 processes, you can ask me anytime. So tomorrow we will start the activity number 5. So till then, it's goodbye from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.